You shit yourself on Christmas Day?
Well, I didn't shit myself. I shat in a bush.
Oh, you shat in a bush?
Yeah. I guess it's like spanking, though. I remember you saying to me you didn't like spanking when you were younger, but...
I had lots of fun, but other people should get the chance to enjoy this.
Welcome to the very first episode of the PKS Running Club, a new ad hoc, spontaneous podcast come YouTube video come something in your ears. I can't believe I said come in your ears.
Oh my God.
But let's keep on going. We'll keep that. The PKS Running Club is a way of being able to answer some of your questions. And I've got my brother-in-law and very good friend, Ed, here. Ed is an incredibly average runner, but he also lectures in media, and so he's been able to bring all of this gear around. I actually recorded this video on my own in the study yesterday, and honestly, I wanted to rip my testicles off and put them in my ears because it was so boring. So Ed, welcome. Why don't you start by giving us a few of your running credentials?
Well, I am a 3-time Bath half marathon finisher.
Excellent.
Yep. Done that one a few times.
Yep.
I've done the Bristol half.
Yeah.
Several Bristol 10Ks.
Yeah.
I once did the Woolhavington fun run at the
Excellent.
at the age of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am a London Marathon finisher, alumni.
So you have actually got something that I don't have, which
There's a lot of things I've got that you don't have.
Yeah, maybe. So you've got your London Marathon medal.
Yes, I have.
So how long did you take? I mean, what was your time?
I finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was good.
Yep.
And I did it in 4 hours, give or take 5%.
4 hours, give or take 5%.
Yeah.
I mean, like actual numbers.
I did it in 4 hours 22.
22.
4:22.
And did you break from a walk into a jog, or did you walk the whole way?
Sorry, at least I managed to get to the start line.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
Sorry, did you make it to the start line?
No.
You got there for the picture though, right?
I did get that.
You got the t-shirt. Didn't
I got the t-shirt.
You got the t-shirt.
I've got the t-shirt.
Genuinely.
Yeah. It's the most expensive t-shirt I've ever bought because it was the marathon entry. I paid for a night in the hotel the night before, which I couldn't cancel. So that was about £250. So plus a meal out. And actually we went to see, Laura came with me and we went to see Peter Kay, which was really fun. So if I hadn't run the marathon, I wouldn't have gone to see Peter Kay. So
Well, you didn't run the marathon though, did you?
What did I say? Did I say I did?
If I hadn't run the marathon.
If I had have run the marathon.
You had,
yeah, that's a good point.
But, in all fairness,
Yeah.
in all honesty, I was gutted that you didn't get to run it because it is amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing. And when is it this year? Because I did it in October.
Yeah, April the 27th.
Yeah, October's harder than April,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
But it is amazing. Because when you do, I've only done a handful. When you do events, you've done way more events than I've done.
I don't think I have. By the sounds of it, I don't think I've got as many.
No, you have.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we can talk about, how big is it?
No one cares about that.
No one cares. You guys don't care, do you?
But when you do sort of events, you have people there at the start, and then it might go quiet, and then you have them at the end. And it gets a bit boring in the middle.
Yeah.
With the London, it's just from the start to the finish, just rammed with people. And the funniest thing is when you get to the last few miles, people have been in the pubs.
Oh yeah,
just drinking. I mean, it won't be. For you, you'll smash it. You'll do it much quicker than I did it. But I was finishing around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And because I was a late start,
with the
obviously,
with the leisure walkers,
with the fun runners, and
was there a Big Ben dressed running alongside you? Was there a guy with a fridge on his back? Was there a geriatric walker with a Zimmer frame?
There were. When you get overtaken by some people, you're like, no, that's not happening.
It's actually never happened. In Loch Ness, I was the overtaker.
The Loch Ness Marathon.
Loch Ness. Well, the interesting thing
I saw your video. There was no one there.
Yeah,
there was about 10 runners. Of course, no one's going to overtake you. There's about 10 people.
Yeah, there was 4,500. Ooh. Well, I finished 20th, so I beat.
Did you finish 20th?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Only 19 people finished faster than me. That's another way of looking at it.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
But anyway.
Props for that.
Yeah.
But interesting thing about Loch Ness though was at the start there's a bagpipe band, like a pipe band playing.
I understand what bagpipes are.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the last time you see humanity until you get to about 24 miles.
Okay.
One very lonely experience.
Was that wasn't the last? Was that the last event you did?
That was the last. No. The last event I did was the Rome half with Bun.
But that was the last marathon.
That was the last marathon. Yeah.
Right. So in stark contrast to that, the London is insane. Like it's like I was going to say on steroids, but it's mega. And as soon as you get into, because you start in
Greenwich,
and it sort of takes you around some places, and then you go Cutty Sark, and what have you, and you get in the centre, and you sort of loop round and in. It's just thousands and thousands of people come out to support.
Yeah.
And when you get to the last 3 miles, it's like you're at the Olympics. Like people have been drinking for a few hours, they're shouting your name because obviously I had my name on mine. So definitely get that.
Well, it's easy when your name's only 2 letters.
Yeah, but your PKS runs.
I know, but who's going to say that?
I guarantee
they
you.
Won't, they won't.
They will.
No.
They will.
Shaking
it now. They will.
Okay.
Right.
I had PKS runs on my Manchester Marathon people.
Yeah,
I think
Manchester, they don't care.
Yeah, but people look at it and they're like, oh, fuck, that looks like a mouthful. I'm not going to say that. They're like, oh, well done, Dave, well done.
I think you'll be surprised. Yeah. They'll go PKS or something like that. It's insane. Like they are screaming by the end. Okay. And it's incredible. And I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
So you've asked me here today because you did a boring version yesterday. Yeah. And you've got a list of questions from your followers, right?
So basically, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got an Instagram and a TikTok, PKS Runs, all of them. And I asked you guys for some questions. I had about 20 questions. So this is going to be definitely a couple of episodes worth because you've got to milk it. And I tried just sitting in front of the camera yesterday and answering them, and it was really, really dry and very boring. So Ed is going to ask some of your questions. So what I'd like you to do is I've sent them over to Ed. He's got them on his mobile phone.
Yep.
And what I'd like you to do is tell us who is asking the question and what the question is, and then we'll just go from there.
Okay. Do you want to do them in order?
Let's do them in order.
Okay, right. So the first one is linked to the week that you've had.
Oh, yeah.
Now, on Monday, the inauguration happened.
Yeah.
Just mad
Yep.
day. And you were watching it, right?
Yep.
And did you spot anything?
I did.
And what did you spot?
I spotted Elon Musk in a K-hole looking like he was tripping balls, literally.
In a K-hole up Trump's A-hole?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I don't know. You can't see Trump's hand, so we don't actually know what's going on there.
Okay.
But so I got my phone out and started filming it, and I just quickly put a reel together. So anyway, what's the question?
So you put a reel together.
Yep.
And it went viral, kids.
Did you watch it?
I did. I did watch it. It was one of the one things he did that I did watch, yeah.
He's my brother-in-law, literally never watches anything. And the reason I know this is because he'll ask me questions about my training that I've already answered in my videos. So thanks, mate.
Well, I think I thought it was in December. I thought you'd made a typo on one of your things on your Instagram reels. Yeah. I was like, well, what's red? Red December? What was that?
Yeah, gosh, yeah.
And you went, do you watch my film? I went, no.
Yeah. Red December. I did Red December, run every day. Anyway, question. What's the question?
So this then stems from the reel that you made. So this is from Skegsy 1981.
Lad.
Did Joe Rogan really share one of your stories? Awesome. Great to hook to grab attention and start on a fun note.
Yeah, great.
Was that you? Was that them?
No, that's...
Was that you scripting this?
Yeah.
Great.
You'd have to read the notes. Right. I used AI to process the questions and put them into some sort of logical order. So...
I won't read those bits.
You don't have to read those bits.
Right,
Sorry, I didn't give you
a great hook, though.
Yeah, Sorry, I didn't give you a formal script with.
So anyway, Skegsy 1981.
Yeah.
Big up Skegsy 1981.
Lad.
Did Joe Rogan really share one of your stories? Awesome. One of those.
Yes. Yeah, he did. Honestly, I've never listened to the Joe Rogan podcast. He is actually the biggest podcaster in the world. Some political commentators would say that he is the person that's responsible for that absolute dick splat Trump being back in power again, because he's got the kind of the ear of the younger generations. But that's not for us to, that's not me saying that. That's just what I've read. He somehow saw my reel, retweeted it. So I went to bed on the Monday night and I thought, I post a reel every day. That was just like a bonus reel. Yeah.
Every day?
Every single day.
All right. Yeah. That's why I don't watch them all, because there's just so many of them.
Well, it's not. It's one a day.
Okay.
And there's a limit. 1 minute 30. Wouldn't take you long to listen or watch. Anyway, doesn't matter. Loads of other people are watching.
So Joe Rogan shared your thing?
Yes. And so since then, it's absolutely blown up. I woke up the next morning, there was nearly 1 million views. And now I think we've had like 10 million views on it.
Did you monetize it?
No.
Error. Okay.
Yeah, big error.
Right. Next one from Phoebe_Kingsley Smith.
Ah, I know that one.
Did you always like running?
Nope. Hated it.
I hate running as well.
Yeah, I
clearly look at me.
I mean, look, only. Yep. No, I always hated running. At school, running was always, I don't know if it was the same for you, but it was like punitive. It was always punishment. It's like if you didn't do well, or if you weren't putting enough effort in on the sports pitch or something, it was like run a lap around the field. And our school field was massive. It had about 17 rugby pitches on it. So it was a really bloody long run. Was it though? Or was it just because you were smaller? Everything seems massive when you're younger, right? I mean, everything still seems massive to me, mate. I mean, in fairness, as we were getting set up for this, I'm on 2 cushions because apparently I looked like a hobbit sat across the table from Ed. So maybe it wasn't. But I think it's that principle of like, cross country when you're a kid at school is always horrible. It's almost like it never felt like enjoyable. Like I love running now. But there's something about the psychology of that, I think, with when you see things as a punishment, you like go and do a lap. And it's like, well, hold on a minute. Straight away, off the bat, it's like, well, of course no one's going to want to do running. Because, when you think about the physiology of a human being, we're built to run. Yeah. And yet straight away we're saying it's a bad thing. Yeah. But I don't know, like, running's, I don't like running, and maybe I need to sort that out. Yeah. I guess it's like spanking though. I remember you saying to me you didn't like spanking when you were younger, but you love it as an adult. I don't know what that was. What was that? Anyway, right. Fluffy at 66. Yeah. Hello. Hey, Fluffy. Fluffy. How often do you fuel during the marathon? In Loch Ness, and it'll probably be very similar for London. I took 2 energy gels per hour. So I took one every 30 minutes, 40 grams of carbs in each energy gel. So that's totaling 80 grams of carbs for each hour. Now, they say, depending on your sort of height, weight, the amount of effort, you kind of need between 80 and 110 grams of carbs per hour. I fueled like an absolute billy goat before we started. But when you say absolutely fueled like a billy goat? Yeah. Break that down. Oh, okay. Well, no. So, give it to me in bowls. Like, don't give it to me in grams. Like, okay, no. Well, it's not so much bowls of food, because you've still, at the end of the day, you don't want to be carrying around crazy amounts of food. So, on the Saturday, I was very conscious to have things like white bread, banana sandwiches, had a sort of, I think I had pizza for dinner. Then on the morning of, got up at like 6, had porridge, had a banana, had a second banana in a kind of like a Subway roll with honey drizzled over it. All right. So you're piling in the calories? Yeah, piling in the carbs specifically. So very little protein, lots of carbs. I had a couple of sort of carbohydrate drinks, a Morton bar, which has got a shit ton of carbs in it before I started, energy gel before I started. But you're not worried you're going to be putting in too much? Well, that I suppose that's the purpose of the training runs, the long runs. In fact, actually, I didn't practice any of that in any of the training runs. But at the end of the day, I suppose the worst case scenario is you have some sort of gastro issue where you've like, I don't know, you've got too much stuff in you and you shit yourself. That's the biggest risk.
Has that ever happened?
Not in a marathon.
On a training run in general?
Yes, happened on Christmas Day. Have I not told you this story?
You shit yourself on Christmas Day?
Well, I didn't shit myself. I shat in a bush.
Oh, you shat in a bush?
Yeah. And cut my legs to pieces. I didn't have anything to...
Sorry, what sort of poo were you having to cut your legs to pieces?
No, it was brambles. Like bramble
How
bushes.
close did you get?
To the bushes?
Yeah.
I was in the bush.
Like a Jack Russell, like backing up against the wall.
Literally, yeah.
Where?
And, along the canal. And,
no, you got to be more specific.
So, you know, when you go out of Bridgewater, sorry for those of you who aren't local, along the canal, you get to the kind of there's a big factory on the right-hand side.
Oh, heading towards Burnham?
No.
Or Fresco, that way?
No. That's
the other way?
That's the river. I'm talking about the canal. So,
oh, sorry. Yeah.
So just before you get to the pub. So
The Boat and Anchor?
Yeah, just by
Under the motorway bridge?
Yeah, very close to there. In fact, it was just before the motorway bridge. I'd got to the point of like, I knew that there was nothing I could do. I had to find somewhere. So
that's a stressful situation.
And this is about 6 a.m. on Christmas Day. And
trust me, people will be out at 6 a.m. on Christmas Day in Bridgewater on their way home.
Yeah, for sure. And so what happened was...
Were you nervous or excited?
At that point?
Yeah.
Oh, a bit of both. Bit of both. Terrified. And it's thrilling. Wild pooing, honestly, nothing like it. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
So it was wet, but it was warm. So
The poo?
No. The weather. The poo was definitely warm and wet.
Did you take a doggy poo back?
No, well, of course I didn't. I didn't think I was going to need it. I'd already done one at home. So I thought everything was absolutely fine. So I didn't have anything really that I could wipe. I made the first pass with my hand, which, don't judge unless you've been in this situation, which actually ended up not working very well. So then I took off my jacket and then I wiped with my jacket.
Oh my gosh. Have you still got the jacket? You think you ditched it?
I ditched it in the bin.
You.
So I took it back to the bin, it's about 500 yards back, and put it in the bin. Now, I then ran home. Obviously, I found a puddle to wash my hands. So I washed my hands in a puddle, and then I ran home, and I actually decided to get back in the car, take a bin bag, and retrieve the jacket. Because I was like, I'm not going to let a perfectly good jacket go to waste. So I brought it home, put it through the wash, and
the next PKS giveaway is the crap jacket.
Yeah. So anyway, I think we should move on.
Okay.
I don't know if that answers your question, Fluffy, at 66.
Gosh. Okay. Ritty_runners. What is your why for running?
Oh, good question. What is my why for running? I think there's the obvious answer of, maintaining fitness, mental health, stability. But I think it's more than that, in that I really want to grow old being fit and healthy. And I love the fact, I'm 44.
No, you're not.
Yeah, yes, I am. I'm in the second half of my life, and I think I'm the fittest I've ever been. And obviously there's going to be natural kind of slippage and wastage as I get older, but I just want to remain fit and healthy. I hope that I get to have grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and that I'm able to engage with them and be present and healthy. And for me, I think that, fitness, exercise, running is a great way of doing that. And for me, really, in some ways, or a lot of ways, running has been kind of a salvation for me.
But
it's taken me from some really dark places. And
what kick-started it?
Being overweight. Okay. Same as I think for a lot of people.
What's the heaviest you've been?
Well, I think about 14 and a half stone.
Okay. So to put that in context, how tall are you?
5'7".
So you're 5'7",
yeah.
I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
And I'm just over 13. So the fact that you were a stone and a half heavier than me, and you're a good...
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was carrying it. I'll see if I can find some pictures. We'll put them up. So like everyone, I think I started because I wanted to... No one starts running because they think, it'd be amazing to be a runner. I mean, some people do, and I am now that person. But and over the years, I've given up running and stopped, and started and got fat and got thin and got fat and got thin. And that's why I started the channels, because I wanted to keep it going. So, you know, I think for me, it's become so much a part of who I am. It would be a real kind of, you know, PKS runs would be pretty rubbish if PKS didn't run.
Okay, I'm going to just switch forward a couple of questions here just because it links into it. DSR.
Oh, that's Jordan. Yeah.
If you say so. Yeah, so he's saying when you get to an age when they start to slow, will you still run?
Yeah.
Or will you do a different sport?
Yeah, I'll still run. I think there's loads of, you know, I know that I'm obviously I want to do the 240 marathon, and I'd like to go lower than the 240. I'd love to get a championship place at the London Marathon. I think that would just be like major props. But at the same time, I couldn't care less. You know, I just love running.
Care a little.
I mean, I do care, but I genuinely, when I'm training, I genuinely just kind of miss just running for the fun of it, like going out and running 20 miles and with no real objective, or no real kind of pace targets, or thinking I need to do this, I need to have a 3 mile at marathon pace. So I think probably most likely, I think I'll probably get into ultra running, because I do love being out running for long periods of time. But I would also probably get back into golf.
Oh my gosh, mate, don't do that.
Because,
really?
Side channel PKS Golfs.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a good golfer.
Okay. All right. Mate, if it brings you happiness, and it brings you joy,
Well,
then do that.
it won't anymore. I think you've killed it.
Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down a level.
Ruined it.
Right, Janet Holdcroft.
Jane.
I was like, Jane the what?
Jane the Holdcroft.
Janet Holdcroft. Sorry, Jane. Janet.
Damn it, Janet.
Janet Croft. Holdcroft. Janet Holdcroft.
Oh, for crying loud. Right, come on.
Janet Holdcroft, hello. Thoughts on pre-workout?
Yeah, pre-workout. I'm presuming you're talking about sort of pre-fueling before working out.
We've done fueling up though. So.
We have, but I suppose I take a specific pre-workout mix before I train at the gym. So I have a mix which is high in caffeine, also has creatine, branch chain amino acids, load of other stuff, basically all there to help improvement at the gym. When I'm running, often, or probably historically, I'd say in the 16 or 17 years that I've been running on and off, I would say probably like 80 to 90% of my runs have been fasted first thing in the morning, maybe with a glass of water, sometimes with a cup of tea. Good way of just training the body. I personally psychologically love the discipline of running on an empty stomach, where you feel like already you feel fatigued.
Oh my gosh.
And
no,
I couldn't. You couldn't do it.
No.
I mean, I've been out and run. I mean, I could easily do half marathon in the morning without any sort of energy, anything,
But
it is mad. But at the same time, when you're doing a marathon, there's going to come a point where you're going to want to feel some of that sensation of like, oh my goodness, I feel so tired. And
no.
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 Well, you didn't go fast enough. You barely broke a jog. Sorry, I just want to clarify, because there will be maybe many people of the 5 viewers that will watch this. There might be 1 or 2 of you that will run a 4-hour, 5-hour, 6-hour, 7-hour marathon, and that is absolutely fine. We're having this banter just because honestly, every time. It's just an ongoing joke. So this isn't. I do not want you to feel judged. I do want you to feel judged.
When if I come back, I'll tell the story of the time when you were in Salisbury and I was doing my marathon training, and I think you were you'd been injured, or I was
in an off season, maybe an off year,
and we went out for a run.
And you smoked me.
I smoked you. Yeah,
you did.
It was the first, and when I got back.
Yeah.
And you said, that is the first and last time that ever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was true to my word.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Maybe that's my why.
Yeah, maybe that's your why.
I don't want to ever be beaten by you again.
Yeah. I was going to say challenge accepted, but that is not going to happen.
No.
Ian Worsfold, 7.
Yep.
What is your opinion on following paces in a marathon? Have you done so before? Is it a good idea?
Good question. No, never followed a pacer in the marathon. Had a pacer in the Loch Ness Marathon. Guy reached out to me and said, "Oh, I could run the time that you want to run." So I was targeting 2:55. He said, "I've done a 2:46. So, why don't I pace you?" So I was like, "Yeah, that sounds amazing." So we had a little call and talked about it. And he was like, we can get you your 2:55. By the way, can I stay in your hotel with you?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
where did you meet this person?
Well, we met at the hotel. So,
runninggrind.com.
Yeah. Oh, no, we met on the Facebook Sub-3 Marathon group.
Gosh.
Yeah, I know, it's wanky.
Wow.
It really is wanky. But I'm part of it. Avid subscriber. Anyway, so he ended up pacing me, and we got to about halfway mark, and I kept on saying to him, I was like, "Feels like we're going a bit fast, mate." And he was like, "No, it's all good, it's all fine, it's all fine." Came through the halfway mark at about 1:20. So way, way, way ahead of schedule.
Well, he's doing his job then.
Well, not really, because a good pacer will get you bang on the splits. So it's the splits. So we should have been coming through
The spits.
the splits. Yeah, we should have been coming through the half marathon at 1:27:30.
All right.
Theoretically, we came through 7.5 minutes earlier than that. So,
But you got a good time at the end there, right?
well, I did get a good time at the end. Fortunately, because I had to leave him with my salt sticks going up the hill at mile 21 because he couldn't walk. He was in cramps.
Your salt sticks.
Salt sticks, like little chews to get your electrolytes up.
Okay.
So the great irony of the situation was that I ended up beating his PB.
And we never spoke again.
Literally.
Did you ditch him at the did you not go up to him?
Well, no, because he had to come and collect his stuff from the hotel room. So I had to wait around.
Did you lie to him with your time?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But he was pretty. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Probably best not go into it.
Okay, last question.
Yeah.
Gary,
I didn't actually answer the question though. Pacers.
Oh, just got bored.
I think generally though, if you're at a good event with really well recruited pacers, the idea of a pacer is they should get you into your time. So if you're following the 3-hour pacer, really you should get in there within 15 seconds of that time. It should be like metronomic. They should be absolutely able to guide you there. Now the problem is when we train, we don't run perfect splits. Some of us will do negative splits, i.e. get faster at the end. Some of us do positive splits, faster at the beginning, slow down. And ultimately, I think you've got to know. I mean, I'm really hoping, so I'm doing obviously London and then Valencia in December. I'm really hoping there will be like a really solid pack of people that are going for 240 so that I can draft, so that you can just, nestle in with people and just get the job done.
Okay.
So I think use them if they've got good pacers, probably at small events. I'd say maybe the pacers could be shit and it's a gamble.
Okay, and if anyone's in the London this year and they want to get in around 4.5, I can pace you for that.
Yeah.
And
if there's any like sub 2:30 marathon runners, I'm just going to put it out there, who just fancy jogging alongside me and carrying my GoPro and doing some filming, then I'll buy you a beer and you can film me.
Good times. Right. Last question from Gary_Har. When's the next ice bath video coming? Was there a first ice bath?
Yeah, there was a first.
What happened in the first one?
In the first video,
yeah,
Gary, I bought an ice bath in the summer and filled it with water, chucked some ice in, got it on one of those kind of like deals that you see pop up on Instagram.
You love a deal.
Oh, mate, I love a deal on Instagram. It was like £25, including delivery. Came with a cover, thermometer, and something else. Can't remember. It didn't come with any ice. Obviously, I had to go buy the ice myself. Yeah. But I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll film. I'll do an Instagram live.
Did you do an unboxing?
Very first time. No, I didn't do an unboxing, but I did an Instagram live to get in for the first time. Yeah. And honestly, I was I just couldn't. It was probably about the same temperature as a swimming pool, and it took me about 30 minutes to get in. I was like squealing like a baby.
Right,
And
really?
Yeah. So it is out there. It is absolutely freezing. And I did...
I'm going to get in it.
I'm not getting in it now. I stood in it a couple of weeks ago for approximately 10 seconds. I didn't even get my junk under the water, which is surprising, actually, that it's that deep. But it sits above the waterline. And
it's like a little paddling pool, is it?
Yeah. It's a breakfast cereal bowl. And basically I got out. I was like, no, not doing this. It's also like green in there, so it's disgusting. So who knows what? I mean, it's probably, at this point, like the canal would probably be cleaner. So Gary, it might happen, mate, but I wouldn't.
It will happen.
It might happen.
Any excuse to take your top off.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, that's all the questions.
All of the questions.
Yes, I've got. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. It's been good, hasn't it? It's been good fun.
Well, it's been a nice way to spend a Friday evening. I mean, I'm a bit annoyed that my gin and tonic wasn't topped up.
Yeah.
Train the kids better.
Yeah, we could work on the service. I think.
We will.
Sorry, have you got something else
I'm
to say?
I'm just going to say it's been fun.
It has been fun, hasn't it?
Yeah.
This has been the PKS Running Club. You can join the PKS Running Club on Strava. Just search for the PKS Running Club. Do connect with me on Instagram and on YouTube and on TikTok. And I will see you in the next episode. You can find Ed on The Quanderer.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
He's a very talented videographer.
They're very kind.
Yeah.
Very kind.
Yeah.
The Quanderer, if you want. I don't really update it enough. Not as much as you do.
No.
Well, I'm pretty, yeah. But if you want to, there's some pretty things on there.
Yeah. There's some nice stuff on there. So go check out The Quanderer. And we'll see you in the next episode, whenever that might be. It might be with Ed, it might be with someone else. Who knows?
You should mix it up.
Okay.
Mix it up.
You didn't enjoy it?
I had lots of fun, but other people should get the chance to enjoy this.
Time with me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna find someone shorter, so that I don't have to sit on two cushions.
Get your daughter.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining in. See you again soon. Bye bye.